Good day everyone, and welcome to this instruction movie about the explanation of the highway bash script. And with that highway bash script I want to make my first pipeline. First I shall explain what the structure of the highway bash script is and what I will do with it. First I will open it. This is the highway bash script, and as I told you before, I always use Genie. And what should we do? This is the highway bash script. It has been built in the following structure. First, the declaration of the language is called. That's bash in this here. Then, if it's needed, you declare and initialize some global example variables. Here's show use information, where you write down what the function and goal of your pipeline is, not of what pipeline is. And here you have to use it with the command and arguments that you have to give to the pipeline. And here an example is how you have to use the pipeline of the highway bash script itself. How you start it. Okay, here we come at the most important part of the highway bash script. First, the command and arguments are determined and put into normal variables here, with you can think of input files or numbers, etc. Then here you have to write down the scripts you want to call of your pipeline. Nothing more, nothing less. And between them you can change the names of the command of the variables in that way to make your pipeline very versatile. Always end your pipeline with something that has finished, and my advice is type comments and rows in your pipeline and tell the user what your pipeline is doing at the moment when it runs. Okay, and at the end here you can write down comments for additional information, and you can think about possible future improvements of your pipeline. But you've got that. Okay, this is the structure of the highway bash script, and I would like to make my first pipeline with it. Maybe you've seen another instruction movie of mine, of the website of Majops, and in one other instruction movie I explained what the structure is of the process scripts. That was Pine 2 as an example. I use it, and I programmed the Pine script calculates sum of numbers. And then next to it I also programmed another script that's an R script, and I call that determine power answer from numbers. What does that R script do? I will open it. I can do it with Genie. That's of course correct. But when I make a program, an R script, it's better to use RStudio. So I open RStudio. Here it is. Here it is. Don't save. So this is the R script I've programmed for determining the power answer to power answer. And what does determine power answer from numbers do? It calculates the result of a base power to the exponent. The first command argument is taken as base, and the second command argument is taken as exponent. And after that the result will be shown on the screen. When you start determine power answer, oh, I wrote something wrong here. Answer from numbers, you have to type two numbers. The result will be shown on the screen. Here's an example how to start it. R script. You put in a 3 and a 5, and the result in this example will be 243. Okay, that's my script. There are two functions. Determine answer power 2 with a base and exponent. Here's the answer is calculated and returned, and here's a function show result, and the result will be shown on the screen. This is the main function. First the base is determined from the first command and argument, and then the exponent is determined from the second command and argument. These are given to the function determine answer power 2, and the result was caught in the result, and result is given to show result, and the result is ultimately shown on the screen. That's what this R script does in this process. And what I want to do now is making a pipeline that takes these two scripts after one another, and I want to make the pipeline, and I want to call it as follows. It will be named several numbers calculation maker pipeline. Now what I will do, first I will take the highway bash script pipeline, I will copy it to the other scripts, paste. First I rename the name to the pipeline I want to make, several numbers calculation maker pipeline, and as you can see it's the same name as the directory I've put in. Okay, I can drop this away. Now I can make the pipeline of this of several numbers calculation maker pipeline. I open Genie again. Let's begin. First I will delete the global example. I never have to do it. Here I will write down and show you some information of the pipeline. I'll skip it for at the moment. I will do that when I finalize the pipeline itself. Okay, here the real pipeline starts. I have everything, I will remove everything away. I will also do it with additional information because it's only an example of the pipeline. Okay, let's begin. What should I do first? Now, the highway of several numbers. What's the name again? Several numbers calculation maker pipeline starts here. First I want to do is determine the command and arguments of this pipeline. The pipeline works as follows: is you have to give to the pipeline 4 command and arguments. The first 2 command and arguments will be used to give to the Python script calculate some numbers, and the third and the fourth will be given to determine power of answer. And that's all the pipeline does. Now let's begin. First number, that's 1. Then second number, that's 2. Third number, that's 3. And fourth number. Okay, get the numbers. Okay, I've got the numbers from the command and arguments, and I can use these to run my pipeline. First, I will calculate the sum of the first and second number. Therefore, as I told you before, I will call the Python script, Python 3 script, calculate sum of numbers. There we go. Python 3 calculate sum of numbers .py. Then first number, oh, was wrong, first number, oh. Then second number, okay, the first line pipe, the first script has been called, and now I want to call the second script. That's that R script. I'll do it here. First I have to comment. First I have to do a comment. Calculate the result of a base to the power of exponent here of the then I will change the base to the third number. That's the base. To the power of the fourth number. I'll do it on the next line. The fourth number exponent. Now, here we can call the R script. R script. Determine power answer from numbers that are. First, I will give the first number to the command arguments to determine power answer from numbers, and I give the second command argument with the fourth number. Okay, then we're finished, and then I have to write down that the pipeline is finished. So I write down the several numbers calculation maker pipeline has finished, and it's also good to give a text that says to the user that begins. So the several numbers calculation maker pipeline starts now. Okay, the higher bash script has been made, and now, of course, we can test it. I will test it now. New terminal. I go to documents, website, Majops, several calculation numbers, ls. So ls. These are the files. I will take. I will do tests. Bash several numbers calculation maker pipeline. I do a 1, a 2. These two numbers will be given to the first script. That's the calculate sum of numbers. So the answer will be 3. And the second two numbers, that's 3 to 3. That will be given to the second script. That will be determine power answer from numbers. And that will be. Yeah, it works. Now, the several numbers calculation pipeline starts now. The total sum of numbers is 3. That's the first script, and the result is 27 for the second script. Now, the several numbers calculation maker pipeline is finished. As I saw, here are white lines, and I think it's more beautiful to give white lines too when the sentence is in the screen that the pipeline starts. Now, you give another try, bash, and here we are. This is the first pipeline. So I made my first very simple pipeline from scratch, in which 2 scripts are called. And now you think you finish? That's wrong. A pipeline, just like software, has never finished. If I would like to, I can put 20 scripts here, or now there are only 2, or 100, etc. It's also possible, if you have more pipelines, then you have several higher bash scripts in one pipeline. And you will think, what are you talking about? If you would like to, if I have too many scripts or very many scripts in this pipeline, I can choose to divide them into other pipelines, smaller pipelines, sub-pipelines of this pipeline, several number calculation maker pipeline. And that way I will take another highway bash script from here to copy to there. I give it another name, a name dependent on the function and goal of its sub-pipeline, and I will get the second pipeline with for the second sub-pipeline. And then, if you would like to, you can take these 2 sub-pipelines here for only 2 rows, and then you can make more sub-pipelines within your own pipeline. And as you can imagine, in that way, if you do that, you get more scripts in your pipeline, and eventually you get many scripts ending with the word pipeline. And that's why you have to make another start bash script to tell the user that you have to use that start bash script to call the right highway bash script for starting the real highway. And I will explain that to you in another video. Thank you for your attention.